so excited, Patrice. I saw that we're about to start the book of Daniel with lions and fiery furnaces and writing on the wall.
Wow, Amy, hang on a minute. There's much more to the book of Daniel than just lions and fire.
Oh, really?
Yep. But first, we're going to have to backtrack right to the beginning.
From the beginning of the fall, God's people have continued to rebel against him and go their own way. But when Pharaoh was holding the Israelites as slaves in Egypt, God was faithful and provided safety and freedom. And when the Israelites complained in the desert, God was faithful and showed nourishment and protection. And when the Israelites broke the covenant and began worshipping idols, God was faithful and provided grace and forgiveness. And in those days when Israel had no king and everyone did what was right in their own eyes, God was faithful and provided a new king who would give hope and lineage to the promised Messiah. God even sent many prophets to call the Israelites to return to God, warning them of the consequences ahead.
The Israelites did not listen. They were swept up in their own rebellious living, and other nations came in and conquered them. They lost the temple, it was destroyed, they lost everything, and they were forced out of the promised land. Many of them were taken to be slaves into other countries.
But that's all very interesting. But what has that got to do with Daniel?
But that's exactly where we're up to now, and that's where Daniel starts. You see, Daniel was one of God's people who was actually taken as a servant into another country, into Babylon, where King Nebuchadnezzar was ruling. And although Daniel was in a foreign land with foreign people, he still trusted in God and he showed no fear because he knew God was with him the whole time.
Wow, sounds like there's much more to this book than I realised before.
There sure is. And just like Daniel, we are called to always trust that God is with us no matter where we are.